CBEX, this is their office. This is their office. Àwọn èèyàn rẹ̀ níwájú CBEX wọ́n ti fọ́ kíní STT màbí. Àmọ́ àwọn èèyàn lọ. Wọ́n ti fọ́ o. Wọ́n ti fọ́ ọ́fíìsì wọn o. Wọ́n ti fọ́ ọ́fíìsì wọn o. Wọ́n ti yọ gbogbo gíláàsì wọn. Wọ́n ti fọ́. CBEX is all good. Wọ́n ti yọ AC good. Wọ́n lè ti yọ AC o.
Ní ọ́fíìsì àwọn tó ń ṣe online betting ní Ìbàdàn ní àdúgbò Òkè Àdó, gbogbo nǹkan wọn làwọn èèyàn lọ ń kó ńgbà tí wọ́n ti lànà, so àwọn èèyàn tó kálukú ti lọ ń kó gbogbo ẹrù wọn bẹ̀, gbogbo wọn ti ní agbègbè Òkè Àdó ní Ìbàdàn, àwọn kálukú ti lọ ń kó nǹkan wọn bẹ̀, gbogbo ẹrù wọn tó kálukú ti lọ ń kó ẹwọ ọ́fíìsì wọn, ẹwọ báwọn èèyàn ṣe ń gbé nǹkan.
CBEX people, how far? How are you? CBEX! CBEX! CBEX!
Another Ponzi scheme has crashed. Jeez. Goodness me. We're talking 1.3 trillion disappear overnight from people's wallet. How wicked can you really be, man? Kai. Nigerians on several social media platforms have begun to count their losses as a digital asset trading platform popularly known as CBEX reportedly swept over 1.3 trillion naira from their investors' accounts. People who get into this space, how do you sleep? People who get into these kinds of business in order to defraud the people later, how do they really sleep? How do they sleep? Goodness me. So the digital platform crashed on Monday after the money in their investors' wallets vanished. CBEX also locked its Telegram channels and postponed its withdrawals while giving investors the lifeline of $2,000 for $200 verification and $1,000 for $100 verification. Analyzing the crash on X Space organized by Trending X, a cryptocurrency expert and security analyst, Taiwo Owolabi, said data has shown that the money was moved to a TRX account, which is TDQSQU, and the total volume stolen so far is in USDT is $847 million and likely to increase. Owolabi stressed that the invested funds are gone because CBEX is not a licensed platform and the creators designed a weak website to look like Bybit, which is a legitimate trading platform. So you're getting into this kind of space, you didn't do your due diligence, you're going to put in money's worth hundreds of thousands of naira in dollars, you're not going to do your due diligence. Come on, man. Now the Owolabi continued by saying that they designed the weak website to convince people in the future that it was a security breach that affected them. Apparently, when you make payments, you pay them into a TRX account, and then immediately they move it from the TRX wallet, gather it, convert it to USDT, then to ETH. So when you are logging into your account, there is literally no money on your profile. What you see are just numbers. All the daily activities you do to trade increase your money. All the AI trading is fake. When it's time for withdrawal, they will send you another person's money. Since you won't be leaving them because of greed, you will most likely put the money back and even more. So they will use that same money to pay another person. As you spread the word for them, more people will join and do the same. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. That is how it's always been. That is how it's always been. And people will continue to fall for these kinds of prank. It's just unbelievable. Well, so many persons will say it's poverty. It's poverty. You don't blame them. Poverty would enable you to bring out $1,000, $2,000, as much as that, and invest. If you have $1,000, are you really poor? If you have $1,000, are you really poor? You're a millionaire in Nigerian naira, at least. And trust me, you could invest. How much is it to really invest in starting content creation? At least for the one that you are on and I am on, just YouTube. I'm like, what does it take to create something and make it work for you? Everybody wants the easy way out. Garbage in, garbage out. Bring in some cash and throw it in there, and then when you throw in 10,000 naira there, it brings you 20,000. When you throw in 20,000 there, it brings you 50,000. Nobody wants to do the work. It will take a long time, a lot of time, of course, for you to develop a platform that would pay you over time. Oh, well, yeah, I understand that. But then again, is it not better for you to take the long way haul so that it will be sustainable in the nearest future, rather than the short way haul and get into more trouble? Isn't that terrible? Well, for those who don't know, what is CBEX? CBEX is a digital trading asset platform that gives investors 100% return on investment in 30 days. Its purported goal was to create a secure, transparent environment for transactions. However, its operational model now comes under scrutiny as allegations of fraud and deceptive practices emerge. The platform is said to display falsified withdrawal records to mask the difficulties users encountered when trying to access their funds. Well, can Nigeria still withdraw their monies? Maybe not. But you have to lose extra of your monies. Are you willing to take that risk, though? Well, Owolabi continued by saying that while explaining on X Space, said that in reality, all the funds are gone unless people decide to pay the $100 and $200 verification fees. That way, they will settle some people and leave others to languish. And by the way, it is not even guaranteed that if you pay that verification fee, you will pay that money. So don't even try it. If you have that $100 or $200, keep it and wait it all out, at least for the meantime. He also maintained that it was the same way popular Ponzi schemes that have duped Nigerians in the past behaved, adding it is a rob Peter to pay Paul deal. And you know the warning has always been there. Don't patronize these people. Don't patronize these people. They will steal from you. The monies you are getting as 100% is somebody else's money. Jeez. Amidst these growing concerns of crash, the SEC clarified that in accordance with the ISA 2025 recently signed by the President Bola Tinubu administration, it is now an offense for any entity to operate an online forex trading platform or provide related services without prior registration with the Commission. By virtue of this act, it is an offense in Nigeria for any entity that is not registered by the Commission to carry out the business of online foreign exchange trading platforms or related services. The Commission noted that under the newly enacted legislation, the Securities and Exchange Commission is now empowered to regulate a broader scope of market activities as Sections 3(3)(b) of the Act explicitly mandates the Commission to register and regulate securities exchanges, commodity exchanges, virtual and digital asset exchanges, and other market venues. So it goes. Money gone. You know the painful thing about this? If there's another platform that opens up today, right now, and says they're going to give you 200% of your investment, Nigerians are still going to fall into that trap. In fact, these same people who have lost money would jump on that particular opportunity. That is how crazy it is. That is how greedy. In fact, I'm beginning to think that it's not more just about poverty that drives people into trying to make some more money. It's greed. Monies you didn't work for. Monies you it is impossible to make within a period. You invest 500 naira and you get 1,500 naira. And then tomorrow the same people will go around blaming the government, blaming people who are in power, who steal money. What is the difference between you and the person who is stealing money in government and you who is trying to invest 2 naira to get 4 naira within 30 days for something that you didn't work for? Make it make sense. It's realistic with the banks because the banks tell you what they do with your money, and they are registered. If your money, if you don't get your money back, you can sue them. They are an entity that you can hold accountable within the laws of this country. Because these people's own are higher, the banks will not give you 100% return on investments, knowing the rules and regulations, but you want to go for the one that is not registered just because you are greedy. So it's greed. No, it's greed. It's unfortunate, these videos that I'm seeing of people going to CBEX offices and maybe trying to destroy their properties or trying to invade their properties. You're just wasting your time, frankly speaking. I mean, the Nigerian government cannot even find them. They're not even a Nigerian company. They're an online platform. You can't see them. You can't catch them. It's gone. There's no face to it. I really don't know. I don't know. I mean, if there's anything that taught people a lesson, the one that everybody almost lost their fortune on, was that Ponzi scheme again that was all over the place, that everybody jumped on, and it felt like, the best thing after sliced bread. What is that one's name again, Seth? The thing is keeping my mind. MMM. I just remembered it because there was a song that was done after the crash of MMM. MMM is back again. There was a song. That's what made me just remember it now. So if there's anything that anybody had learned about this Ponzi scheme is MMM. At some point, nobody ever thought. In fact, some persons were saying that it's even blessing from government, that government blessed Nigeria. Government blessed Nigeria through MMM. People were cashing out. But it got to a time that, you know how much MMM took away from Nigerians? And then we want to still continue in that track. We know the problem is, we know that what we're doing is wrong. It's risk that we're taking, but who cares about risk? When you get on it, jump on it, So do I have pity for those who invested their monies? Yes, I have. Sorry about that. But again, let this be the lesson that you will learn that would enable you to stop your greed and do the right things. If you've got something to do, get on the road and invest your monies, and invest it in something that is attractive, that is digitally attractive. All right, something that is tangible, that is over time proving to work for millions of people around the world. So beyond that, just say, if you have lost monies, apologies. All right, sorry about that. Thank you for watching. See you next time.